a bag of gold, or a clay tablet with words of wisdom? Which one would you choose? Hello everyone. Welcome to Value Shield Consulting's YouTube channel. In the last video, which was our first video, we looked at the 7 cures for a lean purse as per the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. You can find the link to that video in the description section below. In this video, we look at the 5 laws of gold as per the same book. That is, The Richest Man in Babylon, written by George Clason. The first law of gold is that gold comes gladly and in increasing quantity to any person who will put not less than 1/10 of his earnings to create an estate for his future and that of his or her family. The key takeaway here is to save up to 1/3 of your earnings, but not less than 1/10 in order to create income for later investments and as a financial cushion as well. The second law of gold is that gold works diligently and contentedly for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flocks of the field. The lesson here is to put your money to work. Invest your savings in a profitable venture so as to make your money work for you. Examples of such profitable ventures are stocks, money market funds, bonds, mutual funds, property investments, and viable businesses. The third law of gold is that gold clings to the protection of the cautious owner who invests it under the advice of men wise in its handling. The key takeaway here is to only put money, or rather entrust money, with credible persons and platforms that know how to handle money and investments. For example, by checking if the platforms are regulated and by checking online reviews as well. The fourth law of gold is that gold slips away from the person who invests it in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar with or which are not approved by those skilled in its keep. The key takeaway here is to conduct your research and seek professional advice before investing your money in ventures that may seem promising but you are yet to understand. The fifth law of gold is that gold flees the person who would force it to impossible earnings or who follows the alluring advice of tricksters and schemers. The key takeaway here is to avoid the temptation of getting into pyramid schemes and get-rich-quick ventures. Wealth creation is gradual. In the book, these 5 laws are narrated by Balabab, and Balabab got the story from Nomasir, Akkad's son. Akkad was the richest man in Babylon in the book. It's narrated that Akkad had told his son, Nomasir, that for him to inherit his wealth, he'd have to prove that he would be wise with it. He was to do this by acquiring gold and gaining respect among men. He was given a bag of gold and a clay tablet with the 5 laws of gold that we just went through. And then he was instructed to go and come back after 10 years with an account of what he had done. 10 years later, when he returns to his father's house, he admits that he had made mistakes and had initially lost all his wealth. 1, he had tried gambling and of course lost. 2, he had partnered with someone who was inexperienced and untrustworthy and lost as well. He was unemployed for a while as he had no skills, but eventually he secured employment. After his mistakes, he remembered the 5 laws of gold and purposed to practice them. In the end, he returned home with 3 bags of gold and was entrusted by Akkad, his father, to be his heir. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this insightful. Kindly like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram as well for more content that's coming.